All right. So we are back. And as I talked about earlier, the areas in which we're going to talk about from the 5 levels of AI, because there's a version that's going around that a lot of people are quoting without knowing where it came from. So I got to, give acknowledgement where it's supposed to be. So shout out to the source. Shout out Jameson. Second, Liverpool. So if you've been able to learn about Liverpool and what they got going on through the lens of LeBron James, that is correct. He is actually one of the minority stakeholders, and we're going to give an update on that. Because as we think about the valuations of these football clubs, soccer for those in America, but as we think about these football clubs, it's not just the tickets, right? Like, there's a few other elements that feed into the business model. Third, we're going to get into these ESPN layoffs. Like I said, I didn't want to touch this one because I thought, there's a level of the way in which it's been miscategorized. There's so many directions in which you can take it, but there is some real education to it, right? Like there's going to be some things that we're going to carefully walk through and be very clear on, because I'm going to be very clear on where the facts stop, because I'm going to share some of my opinion, but I'm definitely going to be very clear on when the facts stop. And then fourth, this one, I was just like, that's interesting. That came across my desk this morning, which ties the whole episode together, which is Apple launching this leasing program. So now you can rent your iPhone. And once you see the math on the next 3 stories, I think you'll never look at a monthly payment the same again. So before we go, y'all know I like to look at you at this particular moment. But before we jump into this, just know that this is not financial advice. This is ultimately to be educational. And so do not take this as a, we'll just say, do not replace the information that you're hearing today and say, oh yeah, I need to do that specifically for my situation. That is not the case. That is not the case.